Already, dude. Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Okay. That just happened, I guess. Didn't like starting recording.
It probably shouldn't have.
No.
We are here for episode 86 of the Shooting the Poop podcast, and we appreciate you folks being with us. And real quick, we want to give a huge shout out to all of y'all who have been with us from the very beginning. We are slowly growing as a channel. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, which is pretty cool, dude.
Pretty close.
Pretty cool. We're like 430 right now, I think, or 429 or something close enough to it. So we appreciate all y'all. We love all y'all. We always encourage the interactivity and participation. 441, dude. We're climbing. It's all because of my content for sure. But
definitely.
you know, that's just a give at this point. But we are here growing as a channel, and we love taking all y'all along for the ride. We appreciate you guys being here. And if you do support us and appreciate what we do and who we are and what we stand for, leave a comment in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, even if people think you're weird for consuming this types of content, which they should.
They will.
But then that just means that they're normies, dude. And those aren't your kind of people anyway. We are your kind of people. Yeah. So we appreciate that. We are on the ride, the road, the journey. The destination is 500 subscribers, and hopefully we are coming up on that here shortly. Because then it does open up some monetization opportunities for the channel. Not that it matters, and not that we're going to make any money, because we're going to be demonetized regardless. Constantly. But the idea is nice. It's like a goal. It's like we're reaching a goal. We're improving. We're growing. We're progressing.
Finally accomplishing something in my life.
Hold your horses, dude. Let's not get too excited, dude. Because honestly, you take me out of the equation, we're back at square one. We might have negative subs. So, but yeah, not a sponsor, but shout out to Pipeworks, dude. Pipeworks Ale, dude, the brewing company, bro. This is the Lizard King. You can't even see it, but it's pretty sick design, and it's a nice hoppy IPA, and as pretentious and fucking hipster neckbeard that is, it's actually pretty good beer. And even though Illinois is a communist shithole, you know, shop lokes, I suppose. But they should sponsor the channel, though. Send us free beer, dude. He's not going to drink it, so that just means more for me, which I'm okay with. But yeah, dude, we're here, episode 86 of the Shooting the Poop podcast, and we do have some special announcements, some special shout-outs. We're going to talk about a lot of different shit. And it's going to be a fun one, so stay tuned. Again, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you ring that notification bell while you're at it, and comment down below. Every 5 we go live, in case you're new to this, and so on episode 90 of the Shooting the Poop podcast, we'll be live, and it's a great time for, what?
That would be our next.
Right, yeah, and it's a great time for everybody
in between, because that also happens.
You just might get a random in the studio impromptu live chat.
You never know.
It's a better way for you guys to interact with us and we, you know, talk to us literally live, and we're responding in real time, and you know, it's more fun. It's more fun. It's cool. It's a great way to hang out with everybody, a bunch of like-minded individuals, and a bunch of feds.
As you said,
definitely feds.
Quite a few other times, you know, it's mostly just a way for our commenters and our viewers to talk to each other.
Just
while we
really
sit there,
completely release their full-blown autism.
Yes, precisely.
And be accepted by other autists, dude. They're painting pictures out.
That's true.
For sure.
That is true.
You know, all of them.
I mean,
especially you, first one shot. And A-dubs, you're not too far behind, so I don't want to hear it. Yeah. But yeah, man.
We also have some new types of content coming up soon.
We've got all types of content. You want to talk about that?
Different stuff, some product reviews by yours truly. The one you really want to hear from.
This is groundbreaking shit.
It is.
Tactical Scales
is
going to be producing content. You know, I don't know if completely solely. You know, I might be involved in one way, shape, or form or another, but that's fine, bro. That's fine. But he's got it, dude. He's going to be producing his own content. He's going to try extra hard to make it better than mine. Hard. But, like, no matter how hard he tries, no matter how much the video's edited, no matter how many free YouTube songs are playing in the background, it's not going to compare, dude. It's just because you don't have this charisma, dude. You don't have
that is true.
The charming, I'm tall, light-skinned, and handsome, you know. So it's a different sex appeal when it comes to it. Even though most of the time they don't even see my face, other than on these types of things in the live chat. Yeah. Which I assume everybody's drinking in, and then so like I look, I'm like right now,
from a 4 to a
right now,
7,
right, dude, and a Walmart 12.
Yeah, precisely.
So either way, dude.
At Walmart, I'm like a solid 8.
Yeah, on a Tuesday. The weekends though, you get a different crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Get all kinds of weekends, dude.
But yeah, man. So tell them what we got coming up in the works, dude.
We got fucking, as of right now, the first product review you're gonna be seeing, more than likely, it's right here, the Mantis Blackbeard X. They named it
after him.
Yeah, dude. Even though it's brown, but
yeah, but they don't know.
They can't tell. No, not the lighting right now. But we'll be checking this out.
It's a good thing it's got the black mustache, otherwise you have to give it to me.
Been messing around with it a little bit already. I got in yesterday playing with it, but we'll see. But yeah, coming soon.
So basically, huge shout out to Mantis for sending this 100%. out. And if you're not familiar with exactly what the Blackbeard is, like Vanna White, dude. Fucking. If you're not familiar with what it is, it's basically a fake magazine. Review, well, yeah, of course, but just so they understand what we're talking about, it's a fake magazine, and then it's a bolt that has a laser that comes out of it, and so you install it into your gun by taking the bolt out, putting this in, shoving this electronical fangled computing device magazine in there, and it allows you to shoot the gun. A laser projects out onto the wall, and you can see where you're hitting.
Now you got a Star Wars blaster.
Right. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's an excellent tool for dry fire training. This is the same exact thing that Grantham is pimping all the time, because it legitimately is a solid tool for training. You're cutting it. This is like $200-300 ish, right? Around there, I believe.
I think like $350.
Well, if you get the whole kit, I think you can get
that one there. I think is like $350 for the Blackbeard.
But even still, $350 is about the price of a case of 5.56. And while you do need to train with actual live fire ammunition 100%. On the range and do all that, because you're not going to be able to manage recoil and all that, but this will pay for itself in probably the first 3 hours if you click that bitch off enough. And so it's actually, if you actually use it how you're supposed to, you will get a benefit in your training, because it gives you an immediate, just like shooting steel, it gives you an immediate understanding that, hey, this is where my shots are at, and this is what I need to do to correct it, or whatever it may be. There's also a bunch of apps and stuff you can download on the phone, and it'll actually track your targets and see what you're doing wrong, and give you little tips and tricks. You can compete against other people, and it's cool, it's sick, and I think it's a very, very good training tool and worth the investment. So there will be links to this in the description box below, in the comment section below, and all that stuff. If you're interested in picking it up, feel free to click those links. The channel does get a little bit of a commission off of it. We appreciate any and all support, but legitimately, even if you don't use our link or not, this stuff is decent, dude, for what it is.
Speaking of links, have you had any links deleted by YouTube recently on your channel?
I don't know.
So we had 2 deleted off of the Shooting the Poop podcast channel recently.
What do you mean deleted?
That were marked as spam or fucking scams, according to YouTube.
What links, dude?
They were both bit.ly links. I don't know where they went to, because I couldn't copy and paste them. You got to click the link to get to the page. But one was posted in the description of our channel, like the main about page or whatever. Then another was posted in a comment on a video as like the pinned comment by us.
But to what, though?
I don't know.
I mean, not that I noticed. How did you notice?
Because I got an email from YouTube that our content was deleted, but the content was 2 links.
I didn't know. Not that I know. Yeah. I mean, I get a million emails a day, but not that I've seen or noticed. But
which I have the feeling, because they're breaking down, on spam links and scams and everything like that, and they don't like links and comments anymore, apparently. It's like on the shorts,
it's supposed to be on the shorts. You can't. You can still post it, and people have to copy and paste it. And I'm still gonna do it, because if you're that lazy that you can't fucking.
But now I can no longer post a clickable link in the comments section of a shorts video, which is kind of bogus, because it's a real pain. It's quite a pain in the ass to find the description on a shorts video.
It's a pain in the ass to find the description on any video the way that it is. It used to literally say description. You click on it, it would give you everything. Now you have to click an arrow, it expands it, but then it only shows you a little bit. You got to click it again, so it drops down to the full thing. and then most people don't know what the fuck's going on, nor do they really care. And if it's not quick and easy, they're not going to do it. Which, fine. Again, we don't need the financial support.
I do.
We do this. I do this because I love and believe in it.
I've said it from the start. To do it all for the money.
Yeah. Fucking Olight, hit him up, dude. Not on this channel, not on my channel, but he could do his own channel.
So I got a separate account. Come on, Olight.
Fuck you.
Email in the description below.
You
Good luck
would.
finding it.
You fucking would, dude. But yeah, dude.
Apparently now they have a fucking weapon light that now takes replaceable CR123
Shut
stuff.
up. I don't want to hear about it.
They've reintroduced replaceable batteries in their weapon
Nice,
lights.
dude. That
Yeah.
1987 called. They want their technology back.
At least they're learning a little bit, I'd say. But
So, but yeah, anyway, huge shout out to Mantis, dude. They
100%.
make a good product. They sent me out their X10 pistol kit, and I use that and still use it from time to time. It's an awesome little thing. It's fun. And if you do set it up, like we're at the gun shop or whatever, and you could set it up, it's slow or whatever, and we're out there doing reps, doing drills, fucking getting on it. And it really does, if you actually use it, how it's meant to be used, not as a toy, but as a training implement, you will actually definitely see a benefit from it. So I think it's worth the investment because you're investing in yourself. And especially if ammo is expensive, which it is, or it's hard to find, which it can be, or whatever, it's raining outside and you think you're going to melt, so you can't. If it ain't raining, you ain't training, but you don't want to go outside, get all your brand new gear wet or whatever queer shit. You can stay in the house, you can practice clearing your house, you can practice all types of shit. All types of shit. And also that has a built-in feature where you can have a constant laser to help use it as an impromptu bore sighter and get a rough zero on your rifle. So if you don't have a range available to you with any type of distance, or that allows you to shoot rifles, or if you're trying to parallel zero a lamb or whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. So again, for the investment, for the tools that it gives you, if used properly as it's supposed to be, I think it's a great buy.
although also just use it as a toy, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fun as shit, dude. You're gonna definitely be.
Just sit
It's
on
got
the
like
couch and
35. It says the battery is good for like 35,000 shots, which sounds like a lot. And of course, you can get replacement batteries and fucking whatever. They're really good with their warranty service. I've actually seen that firsthand, not from me, but other people have had something where they broke it or whatever, doing dumb shit, broke it, and they still fucking sent them a new one. So, you know, I think they're a quality company that is filling a market that, in my opinion, is one of the most important, but is one of the most overlooked and underutilized because it's not as high speed and low drag and fun and fancy to shoot laser beams at a wall compared to going on the range and actually shooting real live fire shit or whatever. It doesn't look as cool for Instagram and shit, but you get more benefit out of this for way less money, and you can literally do it anywhere that it would be acceptable for you to have a real firearm shooting lasers out of it, you know, which...
Probably not you had to go into Walmart with it, you know, and start shooting at soup cans with a laser, but
but practical accuracy, you know, you never know.
But you should open up the cabinets real quick, you know.
So, but there's all types of endless possibilities. So it's awesome. Again, future content. This is not even terribly tactical stuff. Obviously, I'm here, but there will be future content, like actual review content, product reviews, different stuff, different, you know, longer format videos, shorter format videos actually taking place on this channel, branching out a little bit more from just the podcast like we've done in the past. But, I mean, we're both busy. I work full time. I also have the fucking there's all
say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Dude. We might have to bring that back, dude, but we have to play it in the dark under nods, dude. It's a whole different...
They won't be able to see shit.
No.
But...
Well, then you're just going to lie to them and say you won anyway. So.
I mean, I win every time either way.
That's what you think, dude. Because really, it's all just a scheme to waste your time. So at the end of the day, I win.
Well, even Cheyenne won against you.
No. You were helping her cheat, dude.
I didn't. I didn't help her do nothing.
But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Helps out a ton. If you do want to support the channel and get some cool shit, check all the links pinned in the description box below, the comment section below. If they're not clickable, you might have to copy and paste them into a browser. whatever.
Yep.
But if you do shop with any of those links, the channel does get a little bit of a kickback, a little bit of a commission, and it's always appreciated, never once expected. But those opportunities will be available. So
Yep.
either way, on to that, dude. What else is new? What else is going on? How have you been? How's everything?
I've been doing great, man.
He's doing great, dude. He's living
He's
his
doing
best
great.
life.
Yeah.
His best life, dude. Out of all the lives he could live, he's living the best one. You know, he had that choice and he made it.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you? At the end of the day, you know.
I don't
But
know.
at the end, you know what happens at the end of the day?
What?
Night. You know.
I didn't see it coming.
They never do. And then once it gets there, you can't see anything.
That's true. That's true. Unless you have an Ole.
Don't push it, kid. He's pushing it.
Oh, man.
Push it to the limit. But yeah, dude. Knots, bro. Knots.
The Whites.
We got
I
knots.
played that song for Charlotte again earlier.
Yeah.
She was jamming.
Dude, she loves it. It's such a jovial song, bro. It's such a jovial song.
Granted, she
Shout out to
jams just
S.T.P.P.
about any song.
Yeah, but that's a good song, though. You know, like that should be on the radio. Fuck those dudes. But yeah, we, as we've talked about, I think last episode on the live one, and I talked about on last Sunday on my live chat, is the Hardhead Veterans giveaway for the ATE bump. And so, guess what's here?
What's here, dude?
What's here?
What
dude?
is it?
What is here,
it?
dude?
We're dying to know.
I'll show you what's here. So, we have the Hardhead Veterans Multicam Black ATE bump that
It's dark in here, and that's multicam black. Let's see if the fucking camera wants to adjust.
I'll show
There
it.
we
Bring
go.
it to the camera.
So you have here.
It just
Still
looks
can't
black.
see it.
I think it was better without the light.
Maybe it's closer up because the light's back there, but
Maybe not.
maybe
A little
not.
bit.
I
Yeah,
don't
you can
know.
see it. Yeah, you can see it when the different colors of the light turn.
But
So,
do you have the Hardhead Veterans multicam black?
Multicam Black ATE bump comes with everything. Brand new. It is brand new. I haven't even put this on my head. It doesn't have it's got the base padding installed into it, but how it works is you put auxiliary extra pads on top of it and fit it specifically to your head. This is a medium/large bump, so it should fit most people's heads. He's got a big ass fucking noggin, and I'm sure it would still fit him. You know,
It's the same
depending
size as
on
the other one you got, so it fit.
depending on the pad configuration or whatever. So if you got a smaller head, you could put more pads. If you got a bigger head, you could have less pads. Either way, this is certified and rated for whitewater rafting. It's legit equipment. This passes all the tests. It's quality shit. It's got an aluminum shroud. It's got M-LOK arc rails, which I guess they're not arc rails, but where the arc rails would be. The accessory rails for the helmet are M-LOK. So all of us have M-LOK accessories laying around already.
M-LOK rails if you don't.
Pick rails, adapters, put them on there, bolt whatever you want to that. M-LOK direct, you could put a Surefire Vampire off the side of it. You could run the Princeton Tech WMPLS or whatever they're called. I got one on the other bump. And ready to go.
Interfaces directly with the Hardhead Veterans ear mounts.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
show them that on yours.
Which you have on mine, though. I have the adapter, not the M-LOK on this, but you do have these wire mounts for your ear pro. Works just fine. And supposedly, if you can talk about it.
I don't think I can't talk about it. And again, I think that they actually released a little sneak preview of it earlier. But these are the old school ones, which currently on their website you can get for like $47 something dollars. And I still think they're legit and definitely a way, an easily affordable way to mount Ear Pro to your helmet, because not only do you interface your comms now to where you can hear shit, have electronic Ear Pro, hear shit better, also protect your hearing, but at the same time route it into the comms, which I don't know if you want to explain that to them.
So I got this. I'm a cheap ass, so of course I have Walker Razors as my Ear Pro.
Which they're great though. For the money, for 40, 50 bucks, it's great.
They work amazingly.
Eltor who,
no
I say.
complaints. But there is only stock. They come with just an aux cord input, right? So you can plug in an aux cord to whatever and listen in through that, but you don't have any mic set up, you don't have anything like that. So I got this that wires in through the aux cord to give you input there, but also has the external mic. I don't even remember what company makes this. A bunch of people were selling it on eBay and shit like that. It works. I have no complaints with it. Came with a push to talk. You know, wires in the same as any other push to talk. You know, quarter
right
inch
into a Baofeng
input.
UV5R.
You know, right into the Baofeng.
So,
and it works great.
Yeah. And it's cheap. How much was it?
It's $60. So now it's $110 for the ears and the fucking comms, plus less than $50 for the mount. You know, so $160. Full setup for the helm.
Yeah. Comparatively speaking to OpsCore amps and amp arms, you're over $1,000 easy.
Yep.
If you're talking Comtac, any variety, you're $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 for just the Ear Pro, and then even if you got the Team Wendy or the whoever the fuck else fucking Ear Pro adapters, which are equivocally the same thing as this, they just look a little different, and they click in instead of rotating back and forth and just having constant pressure. What the fuck is the difference? So
I don't know.
Save the money, put the money elsewhere where it matters more. You don't need to fucking have amp arms to flex on the gram. It's cool if you got the money, by all means. They look badass. I'm not sure about the long-term structural integrity because it seems like it's got a lot of moving parts to it. But everybody's using them, so I'm sure they're fine. But I would rather prefer just the standard shit because I feel like it does balance the helmet a little bit better and stabilizes it to your head a little bit better, especially with the inward force coming from the middle of the helmet as opposed to the back. Because then that still gives you
a lot
room
of a lot of rise in the front. Still.
I would assume. I don't know. I've never worn amp arms, but from just looking at them, that's what I would think. So, and that's the thing about a helmet. This is a bump. It's super fucking light. Of course, you could bolt all types of different shit to it and increase the weight. You probably should be running some kind of a counterweight pouch with counterweights in it, or at least spare batteries, which will count as a weight and also give you spare batteries, which is nice to have when you're using electronics. But yeah, you can configure it however you want. Again, the M-Lock shit is super nice because we all have it laying around to begin with. You will be able to directly bolt on shit that you already got laying around and accessorize this bitch out of the box. It's an aluminum shroud. This helmet sells, even if you don't win, because we're doing a giveaway for this exact helmet. Even if you don't win, $230 you can buy this bump for. And it's got all the accoutrements you would want on a helmet. An aluminum mounting shroud, which is important because every single one of these mounts has sharp metal edges that interface into that shroud. And on the OpsCore, which costs damn near $500 just for a bump. Does not stop bullets in the least bit, just for a bump. And it's got a polymer milled built into the helmet shroud that your night vision mount bolts into. And so over time, naturally, those sharp metal edges are going to dig in and wallow away at that plastic, and it'll start getting sloppy, have some play. It's not going to sit perfectly in front of your eye all the time because it's going to be moving around. It's going to make noise. And then, eventually you won't even be able to keep a mount in there. And there's nothing you can do. You have to buy another $500 helmet.
And with that, even if you do somehow wear out that mount, because it is aluminum. Aluminum can wear out over time. If you wear it enough, use it enough, rock that bitch enough, it can wear out still. It's fucking replaceable. It's not molded into the shit.
I'm pretty sure it's less than $50 to get another one. And even if you wanted to get another one to accessorize, like say you want to swap this out for a tan one or an OD green one, same thing with the rails. If you want to two-tone it, if you want to two-tone the Velcro, you can configure it however you want. And it's really affordable for what it is. So I like them. I dig them. This is mine.
I was going to say, pull the ballistic up.
Well,
if you can reach it.
I can't reach it. Well, this is my bump. I was going to show him that in comparison to it. Give him a little walk around.
So this is his current bump setup. He's got the ATN thermal up front, but got the beacon, which also will be coming with that as well, right? You said you're gonna toss that.
I'm throwing in. So Hardhead Veterans sent out the bump for the giveaway, which huge shout out to them. I'm including a T-Rex Arms IR flag patch, which is IR reflective, so all your battle buddies shine you with IR, they can see you and not shoot you. And then also the IR beacon, which can be seen from a good while away. And you got flash, you got constant, you got an even brighter mode. So this is Unity, it's a Unity Spark, and then the IR flag patch, you can take this off since you already got the Spark, put it on a backpack, run a counterweight pack back here, whatever you want. But whoever wins the giveaway, and we haven't completely decided exactly what we're going to do or how we're going to do it, but you will be getting this helmet, brand new, with everything it comes with out of the box, plus a Unity Spark IR beacon and a T-Rex Arms IR flag patch. So yeah, it's going to be sick. All the channel information or all the giveaway information will be posted on my channel as soon as we know more about it and figure it out completely. Everybody is always welcome to enter. We don't exactly know the stipulations or whatever, but somebody is going to be getting...
Coming soon.
Yeah. A free helmet, and this is to encourage night vision culture, doing the dance in the dark, and that's because that is under the umbrella of being able to live freely and constitutionally comfortable, and understanding that if you got to do it, we're going to have to do it, and the people we might be facing have all this shit. So if we don't have it too, we're behind the curve. And so we need to normalize civilians having kit. That is a very important thing. Because civilians having kit is what made America America. The Minuteman. They didn't have night vision back in the day. They had muskets and satchels. But we have the opportunity to have this shit. So why not? So if we can get you a free helmet to get you started, of course you're going to have to get your task light and your shroud or your mount and your nod, which could be a Psionics Aurora. It could be an NVG-10 digital night vision device for $350, dude. It's pretty sick. More content coming on that in the future on both these channels. Or it could be a PVS-14. Fuck, you can get PVS-31 alphas, bro. If you got the money.
NVGs, dude.
You can do whatever you want and hang them off this helmet, dude, and be good to go. So
back to its current setup, right? So he's got the ATN thermal. He's got that same Spark beacon, T-Rex Arms battery pack, which is also a counterweight. Only 4 CR123s, not much weight, but it's something. And the Princeton Tech, which is a IR and white light, right?
It's IR and red light. You can get them. Red. You can get them white and red. You can get them IR and red. You can get them IR and white. IR and red is the best way to get it because the red
doesn't blow out night vision.
And it gives off a lower signature.
Yeah.
And then obviously IR, so you can either use it as a flood, use it as an impromptu beacon, or fucking, whatever. It's supplemental illumination if it's pitch black and you can't see anything with your nods, or if you're using digital night vision, which does require a little bit more illumination help sometimes, depending on the conditions. So you should have it. That's bare minimum.
You good to go. This is mounted right on the fucking M-Lock rail with a Picatinny mount.
Right.
Just M-Lock Picatinny.
Which those Princeton Tech lights come with literally every single possible. If you got arc rails, they got the mount. If you got pick rail, they got the mount. If you got M-Lock, they got the mount. If they got this, that, and the third, they got the mount. They even have a Velcro mount that you could just slap on the side of the helmet, and it would be fine because it's light enough and the Velcro is strong enough. So I prefer it being more directly and securely mounted.
Even I've got on my shit, I got the fucking a Princeton Tech light. It's not the same one. This one is just white and red, but 2 modes of red and high white.
Yeah.
That's all I got in mind. Doesn't have the little stem on it, not aimable really, but it works. Now if I'm going to be running night vision though, I'm going to have to figure out some IR. Even though this does have a built-in IR illuminator.
because it's digital, so really you don't even need it. Other than maybe if you want stronger IR to see further, because that does have built-in 6x zoom.
Yeah.
So in theory, the brighter it is, the crisper the picture is going to be. And if you're zooming in to fucking see somebody at 100, 150 yards, 200 yards, whatever, that could help.
Yeah.
But then also, if you're using the device plus the illuminator, it's going to suck your battery quicker.
Yeah.
So if you can have something that, because that's an 18650 it runs off of, rechargeable, of course. And he's got plenty of them because of vapes and just everything else, his O-Light fetish and whatever the fuck else he's got going on.
More 18650s right here.
Yeah.
And they're a hell of a lot cheaper than the Psionics batteries.
Yeah. Well, they're Fujifilm batteries.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't get them that bad. I got like a 4-pack for like less than $30.
That's not bad.
They're China #1, but it all is because it's electronic.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is the difference?
I was gonna say those are probably like $4 or $5 a piece for the 18650s.
Yeah.
So if you got them for
And you can
$750 a
loot
piece,
any
that ain't
fucking.
that bad at
You
all.
could be running through fucking the streets of fucking Tarkov and just loot a vape shop, and now you got more bats. For
You never
shit.
know.
That being said, them being
They actually
primarily
do have 18650 batteries in Tarkov.
Yeah, they do.
The green bats.
Yeah.
Actually.
He's got some green bats. Dude, we already looted them.
Where are they? I know I got a couple of them somewhere. I think they're in a fucking bag in the other room. But I do have green bats. The same fucking bag.
Yes.
They're Samsungs.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah.
Everything in the game is real. But, yeah, dude. So, again, rechargeable. So, you preferably want to have like a portable solar panel that you could plug in USB stuff to and recharge a phone, a tablet, a night vision device, whatever the fuck it may be, anything that you need to recharge.
Yep.
You know, and so it's good to have a power supply, especially a renewable one, like the sun, at least for the time being until they fucking nuke it or whatever the fuck, you know, somebody hits the light switch. I don't know.
The sky's full
It's
of
like
ash.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, the end times are nigh, so it may be, you know.
No, it happens just wildfires and shit, bro.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's just dark all day long, or you're in Alaska, 6 months out of the year.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. That's different for sure.
Yeah. They still get some sunlight in Alaska, but it's like 2-3 hours a day. It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it's probably like a super inopportune time too, like when you would just normally be sleeping.
Yeah.
So,
probably.
But yeah. Anyway,
It's
huge shout out to Hardhead
11
veterans.
to 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm up anyway.
Yeah, same.
But huge shout out to Hardhead veterans for real, because this is sick.
Yeah.
And not only did they send this out for me to give away to you, they sent out the original M81 bump, the other one, same exact helmet. Obviously, mine's kitted out and a different color. M81 super drip, multicam black, also super drip.
Yep.
And then they also sent me their ATE Ballistic Gen 2, but not only this helmet, which sells on their website for like $560 some.
Yep.
They upgraded me with the micro lattice padding, which is a $200 upgrade. It's a 3D printed fucking crazy space age super material.
Crazy shit.
It's supposed to help with backface deformation and lessen it. It's supposed to also decrease blunt impact forces and keep the helmet, on average, they claim, 14 degrees cooler. And they actually do have some interesting testing on their YouTube channel, which you guys make sure you go check them out.
Yeah.
Give them a shout out. Tell them we sent you.
Get up on Instagram.
Yeah,
everywhere.
follow them. And so this is the thing. So it's actually pretty cool. They're the only ones doing this as of now. And I see a lot of dudes with Ops Cores and Team Wendy's upgrading their shit with this, because it is the truth, dude. From everything that I've read, from everything that I've seen, it is more comfortable. I do feel like it is more shock absorbing, just naturally because of the design of it. And we're going to give you guys a close up here. And of course, there's going to be full reviews and testing and all types of stuff on my channel. So stay tuned for that. And if you have no idea who I am, I'm Terribly Tactical. So you can find me on the Terribly Tactical channel. But yeah, also multicam black, and that's super sick. I'm gonna two-tone it out with Ranger green and multicam and like different colors and shit.
That'd be 3-tone.
Well, I'm just saying it might be one or the other, maybe both. I don't know. I've got the Ranger green going on right now, but yeah, give them a look at that.
So basically, same pattern that you can't see here.
You can see a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Same patch, same battery pack.
Spark.
Same
and then that's actually the ISIS patch from T-Rex Arms. It says IYSYS, if you suck, you suck. So it's a reminder to always train, always get better, always improve, but it's also an IR reflective patch. So
no lights mounted yet.
No, I got to get a Princeton Tech for that. I like those little things. They're cheaper than the Surefire and the Streamlight, and I think they give you everything that you need. Yeah. And it's lighter, it's more maneuverable. Tons of mounting options.
PVS-14, obviously.
Yeah, it's an AGM Global Vision. It's NSN cage code. It's a real spec
crazy
tube.
Shit. The fucking micro lattice.
Yeah, you might have to hit him with a little light in there.
You got a light hand.
Hit him with a
light, dude.
Yeah, so it's 3D printed.
Crazy shit, dude.
It's absolutely crazy, dude. It looks, I don't even know how to explain it. But
it's like some honeycomb shit, but like
yeah.
micro layers. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and there's something about, they were explaining it in the video about how inside of those things are like mostly empty, but the way that, because it's 3D printed on some type of special 3D printer with some type of special 3D print filament, and the way that they're designed, like there's like zero weight to it, but the strength is supposed to be incredible. And traditionally, you know, crystal shapes, honeycomb shapes, or whatever, they're stronger shapes in nature. They exist naturally. Yeah. So it's cool. It's different. It's unique. Again, you can get these pads and run it in another helmet other than these hardhead veteran helmets. But this is level 3A, just like an OpsCore, just like a Team Wendy, just like anything else, just like this Bowtac. They are pressed in China, but they are made with either U.S. sourced DuPont materials or materials from the Netherlands, which a lot of helmets come out of, you know, there too. There's the Bulgarian shit. There's all types of different Czech shit. And so it's honestly, for the money, probably the best bang for the buck.
Yeah.
I initially heard mixed reviews when they first came around.
Yeah.
People hating on them because, oh, your name's Hardhead Veterans and your shit's made in China. Kind of counterintuitive. I hated on them for the same reason, because I was like, yeah, that is kind of bogus. But at the time, I didn't know that they were using non-China materials, which, again, this Bowtac is made in China completely.
100%.
But this still holds law enforcement contracts. It's a little heavier. It's Kevlar. This is Kevlar and Aramid. So it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more of a modern design.
Too, on the actual shell.
Yeah. Because they're
the Aramid.
Yeah. So, but again, they're both rated for the same shit. 9, 40, 45, 357 SIG, 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 12 gauge. You know, this is going to do it. So this is the same rating as a $2,000 OpsCore helmet. It's the same rating as a $1,500 Team Wendy. It's the same rating as this $200 Bowtac.
Yeah, if I do ever end up upgrading, I'm definitely going with a hard head.
Yeah, I mean, for what it is,
I already got a hard enough head, but
right,
it's just
this is just adding to your capabilities.
Exactly. We've already established my forehead's at least level 3A.
Right.
So,
and that's a real Rhino
testing
mount. I don't know
video
if you told them.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, that's a real Naruto Rhino. I don't know if you want to give him a close up of the cage code and all that.
There you go. In case I think you're lying.
Right.
If you can see.
They're like, no, that's airsoft, dude. But it's a $200 mount basically. But you want it because you're hanging $3,000 plus off the front of it.
Yeah.
So altogether, again, they sent out the helmet, so huge shout out to them. But you can buy the helmet for $566 plus tax and shipping, I'm sure. So $600. The mount's $200, so $800, and then $3,000. So $3,800 plus 15 plus 15 plus like 5 or 10 plus 5 or 10, which obviously you don't need the patches. Well, the IR, you should have an IR flag patch. Or just IR patch in general, but it might as well be a flag because you got to remember what you're fighting for. I got 2 of them. Right. And whoever wins this bump is getting one for free, plus a Unity Spark, which I don't know if would the camera pick it up with the IR?
Potentially.
See if they up close and personal.
A little bit. Not much.
Yeah, with the lighting, it keeps changing. You can see it more when you're pulling it away. It's got the high mode, though. And then strobe, of course. But super cool shit. Yeah, you can see it blinking. So that's IR, so you would not be able to see that unless you were under nods. Which is cool. And when you are under nods, that shit is brighter than fuck. Like that, they could see your ass from an AC 130. Yep. So
one thing with these beacons, they are not rechargeable, not replaceable batteries. They're disposable lights.
$20.
They're $15-$20. 200 hours of runtime on them, they say, right?
And realistically, you're not using it that much at all. If you use it, it's fucking a couple minutes at a time or whatever.
Maybe buy a couple more of them, have them stashed away.
Yeah.
And you're only really using that when you're using your nods.
Yeah.
And how often are you realistically going to be, and like actually using them, not just sitting around in the backyard looking in your trees for a raccoon or some shit.
And you would only ever be using that if A, you had air support, or B, were with other people. So if you're the only one walking around in the woods under nods, you don't need to have that on. No. So...
But you still might want to just because it's key.
It is key. It's super key.
You're really just giving away your position. Everybody else is not.
Right. Which, realistically speaking, that's an interesting discussion. I'm a nothing nobody from nowhere. I say it all the time, and I'm pretty well equipped.
Yeah.
So how many other people, like in the grand scheme of things, while night vision culture and usage,
they sell some form of night vision at Walmart.
Right, but that's, you know what I'm saying though.
But still,
no, for sure, because it works. Because this is some sort of night vision. A psionics is some sort of night vision. A fucking this, that, and the third is some sort of night vision.
And it still picks up IR signatures. Even fucking security cameras and shit.
Yeah.
Pick up IR signatures.
Well, a lot of security cameras give off IR signatures too.
Yeah.
So that's why night vision is cool too, because you can see
who's seeing you.
Right. There's just so many helms right now.
So many helms.
It's like Jade in this bitch. But yeah, so the overall encompassing idea.
It is strange to look at these and see the height difference between the two, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a naturally thinner shell. Yeah. But, and this is an actual dedicated large. This is a medium large, so I don't know. It might be smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one is any bigger. This one actually might be a little bigger, maybe. It might be. I don't know.
No, I don't think.
It almost looks like it is, but I don't know.
Almost, but I don't know if they're lined up properly.
Yeah,
there's also something hanging off the front of it.
Right.
I don't know.
So, but either way, somebody's getting a fucking free bump helmet with a Unity Spark with an IR flag patch.
Only slightly by us.
And
oh shit,
a free balaclava.
Yes. Because
if you're putting a helmet on, dude, nothing looks cooler than wearing it with a balaclava. So you will get a free balaclava, a free hardhead veterans ATE.
Also, so you can actually strap that shit.
A free Unity Spark. Yeah, if you got a beard too, you can't wear the helmet. Like you should wear the fucking chin strap because it securely mounts the helmet to your face.
Yes.
And in this case, it would be fucking a lot of money to drop this on some ground. But you look like a doofus, your shit, it's like when you wake up in the morning, it's going every which direction, and like the beard, the helmet, all this shit doesn't look cool anymore, and that's the only reason we do this. So wear the balaclava, beard or not, because if you don't have a beard, you should be hiding the fact that you don't.
Yeah, exactly. You should be ashamed of that.
But balaclava, bump, beacon, and a motherfucking badass patch. So you will be winning. I don't know, you might
be watching.
But the person that's
only you
can prevent tyranny. So, and this is part of it. So again, the idea that night vision is not something that everybody has to have.
Put that away. Bring up your other phone.
But it's something that everybody should want to have, try to have, and in a lot of ways, there's really no excuse not to have. Because you can literally get a Carson Daly or Carson fucking Aurora Opmod fucking Carson Daly. What is that? The guy from fucking what was the MTV fucking Carson Daly? Fucking
all I know is Carson Daly from an M song.
Yeah. That's probably TLC or MTV fucking Cribs or some fucking weird shit. But the Carson Aurora Opmod handheld digital night vision device with a built-in IR illuminator. You can see out to basically 100 yards with it. It's $100 fucking. You can buy it off Amazon right now. And if you had to, duct tape that shit to your face. You know? But it's something. It is far better than nothing. Okay? Then there's all, like you were saying, you know, and that is a good point, because the idea that any old FUD bought the fucking bullshit fake skull crusher fucking huge ass fucking look like they're out of Star Wars fucking night vision goggles for $159 and built-in IR illuminator, whatever, fucking digital reader.
Fucking spot deer in the middle of the night without nobody knowing.
Right. But you know what though? You can see in the dark.
Yep.
And you can see IR. And you can see. So, is digital night vision night vision?
Yes.
100%.
100%.
110%. Is it as high speed and low drag as actual analog night vision? No, but the technology is getting there. Yeah. At some point in the future, digital night vision will surpass traditional analog night vision.
100%. Point may not be far off.
They really got to worry about the battery life, because PVS 14, 50 hours, give or take, on one AA.
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly a chemical reaction that takes place inside of the tube with a little bit of electricity that helps magnify it, where digital is purely ran off of
electricity.
Yeah. So
and even think that you can still put this onto a fucking Anchor battery pack on the back of the helm.
Yeah.
Imagine how much fucking run time.
Well, you can get, they sell it's a little adapter kit that plugs in there.
Yeah.
And
but imagine what the runtime would be with something like that. Like you got a fucking 10,000, 20,000 milliamp hour battery on the back.
You just leave it on all the time.
Because that's like, because what is a fucking AA battery? Like 200 milliamp hour or some shit like that?
I don't even know.
Something low like that. So like, imagine just 10, 100 times that runtime. So you could have 5,000 hours potentially off a fucking 20,000 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah, every time you change your aim point battery, you change your nod battery.
you don't even change it, you just fucking recharge that bitch, plug it in for a little bit. Like, what the fuck?
Right. You can even get a long enough extension cord where you could still be wearing and using the helmet while it's charging.
Yeah.
So.
But hell, you're in the vehicle or something, fucking running at night, fucking
driving,
put that shit in.
Whatever. Yeah, dude. So.
Get the lighter fucking in.
Digital night vision is night vision.
Yeah.
So right now, it is better to have this. If you don't have $3,000 for just this, plus in the bare minimum $600 for the helmet, it'd be $800 with the upgraded pads, but you don't need that. It's a nicety, not a necessity, but wearing this shit is hot and heavy. So any relief and added comfort is a welcome benefit, so it's probably money well spent. But especially if you're going to invest in all this, you should be training with all this, which means you need to be wearing all this for extended periods of time, not just fucking walking around the house for 15 minutes. We're out in the woods, we're running around, we're sweating, we're getting hot, we're up, we're down, we're shooting.
We're going for a walk through Delwood in the middle of the night.
Fucking right now, dude. Let's fucking take them with us. But, yeah, dude, it really is. Again, it's almost like it's still, while it's so much more accepted in today's day and age, and it's all over the place. You see it in YouTube, you see it on Instagram, you see it on Twitter, you see it everywhere. It's almost like a meme at this point.
Yeah.
And you're almost scoffed at if you don't have it.
Yep.
But at the same time, we must realize, there's brand new gun owners that are getting into this for the first time right now as we speak.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, and the day after that, and whatever. And you got to start somewhere, and diving in full-fledged.
It's like fucking Nate, who I showed him some of the shit I got. He's just amazed at what I have. And what I have ain't shit. Like,
and what I have ain't even shit in the grand scheme of things, but I got some shit.
Yeah.
So,
fucking dude that was just at the fucking shop yesterday, like, oh my god, what the, is that, really? That's night vision?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off. What are you doing?
It's like, can I try that out? No.
Yeah. A little too expensive, and I don't know you from Adam.
Give me $3,000 real quick.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it really is. But it's attainable though. Going back to, so my opinion is, you don't need it, but it's almost on the cusp where like you do, because the problem is if you end up working,
you should have it.
Yeah, but it's almost with the amount of affordable options, even for bare minimum navigation or what, not even that, dude. Again, $100. You can't afford $100 to be able to see in the dark when that's the time that most bad shit happens.
Yeah.
Because again, if you had to, I've done it. I've seen me do it, and you're gonna see me do it on video. But holding that fucking Carson, shooting with an IR laser through the, I can do it, dude. I could fucking clear a house like that. I could walk through the woods like that. Obviously, it's not ideal.
No.
I'd rather have it just mounted to my head and both hands on a rifle.
Yep.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
So it's attainable in a lot of ways. And again, like you were saying, and like I always say, you lose fights by underestimating your opponents. You can go to Walmart in the hunting section if your Walmart has a hunting section. Ours really don't anymore.
Yeah.
But, and buy hunting, FUD, night vision.
Uncle Mike's holster and, maybe some cleaning supplies.
And some clays.
Yeah.
But
half the time they don't have clays.
Right. Or they're broken.
You got to get them in the springtime. They got clays for you.
They just remold all the broken pottery.
Yeah.
But but
go to the garden section, get all the clay.
But legitimately, like you said, Some fucking Bubba Fudd fucking buster can walk in there and be like, hey, listen, man, I'm trying to fucking do some coyote hunting and fucking and get some cheesy ass shit.
Yep.
Some janky ass shit.
The fucking
but you know
shit
what? That
came with
shit,
Call of Duty special editions back in the day,
that's
bro.
What I'm saying. And that shit is legitimately
night vision. It's like
so,
you legitimately will see what you can't see with your eyes.
And that's like, the whole thing. That's what it baffles me so much is that people, and I basically have it all at this point. I don't have duals or quads, but I have quote unquote real night vision.
Yep.
I got thermal. I've got digital night vision in several formats. Of course, I got white lights. I got IR lasers and lambs and lights and fucking all types of shit. So I've had the chance to experience all the different levels or qualities or whatever. And again, this is just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. Because quad nods are $50,000.
This is like the bare minimum of analog night vision.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, a bare minimum would be like Gen 1 or a Wolf 14, which is an older unit that's bigger, longer, heavier, takes a proprietary mount, but still
practically the same.
As far as vision
as
and
far
light,
as visually,
like perception, blows digital out of the water.
Yep.
And plus, it's real time. There's no delay.
Like I'll tell you right now, when I fucking looked through this shit for the first time outside at night, I damn near cried. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Went inside, ready to S.T.P.P to search how much I can get for a kidney.
You only need one.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't even drink that much. So.
Exactly.
You know,
it was doable. Get a refill?
Yeah, it was doable. He thought about it, dude.
I'm still thinking about it. Oh, you'll see me on a corner. Don't ask questions. Just pay me.
He does good work, I promise.
It's
but again, the fucking like this is primarily where you want to be if you can be. If you have the money, you're interested in it, but you're just being a cheap ass, stop being a cheap ass. That being said, again, can you do it with something less expensive? 110%. Like I said, $100, you could do it.
Yep.
Is it going to be the most high-speed, low-drag, best way of doing it? No. There's going to be things that you're going to have to overcome, deal with, supplement, but it can be done. And so that's when you get online, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the social medias of any variety, the YouTubes, if you're not running at least duals, it used to be just a PVS 14, but now if you're not running at least duals, dude, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. If you don't have 10 grand sitting on your head, go fuck yourself, dude. I don't even want to talk to you. So, and you don't have a Wilcox mount that costs $600, and that Wilcox mount that's bolted into your $10,000 night vision is not attached to a $2,000 ops core? Go fucking give me a break, dude. I'm sorry. What is that? Poor? You know, it's like, so, and I get it. It's fun to mess around and fucking, you know, placate it and all that. But realistically, that is how a lot of the industry or community culture of night vision is. And it's always a race for the best, the most expensive, the latest and greatest, even to the point where people are hanging $40,000 off of 3D printed housings. And while it's cool, you can make it at home yourself in theory.
Yep.
I don't trust that.
That's what I was going to bring up, though, is that while there is that side of, like, night vision community and everything that's like, you need GPNVGs, you need quad knots, you need all this shit. You need to hang $10,000, $15,000 off your head. There's also the other side that's taking shit like this NVG-10 or just straight up parts and components and building night vision on 3D printed bodies and everything for $300-400.
Right.
You know, and there's like...
And that's from what my understanding, they've used those in a lot of those and made it even more like a PVS 14. Take regular standard J-arm mounts and interface with a Rhino.
I've seen people do that. I've seen a lot of those people. They will literally buy straight up components. They'll buy the fucking sensor, the camera sensor. They'll buy the board. They'll buy the fucking screen itself completely separate and assemble it that way too. There's a bunch of shit people are doing, but like it's just
get night vision of some variety.
Yeah. So, and I would also accept thermal. Thermal is typically, it's all digital.
Yeah.
And typically it's a little bit more affordable.
Yep.
I don't know specifically currently what this ATN Odin sells for, but this thing is sick. The mount is $250.
1,200 or something like that.
Yeah, it might be 1,000 now, maybe even 800 because it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But like this itself, you could see heat signatures out to 500-600 yards. You might not be able to know exactly what it is, but you'll be able to. Hey, there's a living, breathing thing over there that
really
might hurt me,
to hide from thermal.
and maybe it's damn near impossible. So there is something to be said about that. In a lot of ways, I think it's better than night vision.
Yeah.
But as far as movement, running and gunning, unless you have some really high-end expensive shit, it's not the most doable. It's doable, just like, again, you can do it with digital night vision. You don't need analog. You can do it with a FLIR. You can do it with this ATN, but obviously this is not going to pick up IR signature. Yeah. It's not going to pick up your laser. It's not going to pick up your illuminator.
Thermal, I'd say, would be much better as far as like a reconnaissance type thing, right?
Yeah.
The fucking spotting, scoping, everything like that. And then white light when you're on target, you know?
Right.
That's
because at that point too, you still have the element of surprise because you saw them hundreds of yards ago, and then fucking crept up and fucking flanked.
You saw
and
them
did
300 yards down the line, coming down this fucking ridge line. You're up top waiting on them, already.
So it's
we're talking about coyotes,
right?
Yeah.
Situation dictates the tactics, and right tool for the right job. Sometimes you need one or the other. Sometimes you need both. So again, I could run a bridge and do a thermal and a PVS 14 and have one flipped up when I'm not using. I'm moving around with the night vision, and then we're paused on a ridge line or something. Yep. And then now, I'm thermal, because then I could see some shit. Because you could be looking just like during the day, or just like during nighttime with your normal built-in standard issue mil-spec night vision. You can look at something, see something, but not see it.
Yeah.
Or not think it's something else.
Not be able to discern the difference, between that tree and the person walking behind it.
Yeah. So, again, there's a time and a place.
Between blue and red because the tree's cold and the person's hot. It's fucking.
Yeah. So there's a lot that can be done, and again, so this setup. This is a complete legit setup. I would not
get thermal and night vision together.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got clip-ons available that you can put thermal clip-ons over the PVS 14 and get a dual image, which is cool. It's expensive. It's fragile. They're working on the new military night vision is digital and incorporates thermal and regular night vision. It's digital night vision, but it's night vision.
That'll be fucking legit.
And so the biggest issue is the battery life. Obviously, digital devices suck more power. Yeah. And then also just software updates, bugs, shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit you don't have to worry about with this. All you got to worry about is if you got a battery in that bitch and it works. This, if, in theory, all this shit could be connected to the internet or Bluetooth or whatever. Maybe it fucking catches a virus or, just anything. Yeah. It's a little bit more fragile in that aspect. You don't want to drop neither of them on the ground, but actually, if you watch The Dirty Civilian, which I don't know if you've seen, The Dirty Civilian, it's actually a really good watch, dude. It's like almost an hour long, but they severely test PVS 14s, and they're dropping them from 9 feet tall, and they're fucking
for that kind of shit.
It's very interesting though, because it lets you know what you can do with your equipment, and that's something important to know because, one of these days, you don't ever want to abuse your stuff. Especially stuff like this because it is more fragile. You can't just.
Regardless of what the housing will handle from a drop or anything like that, you still have the off chance that somehow you drop it and right on a rock on that lens.
Right. Yeah. Or cracks the tube or shatters it, or you leave it on. It's facing a lamp in your house, and now you got a fucking black hole burnt into the middle of it. There's ways to somewhat fix it, but it might be like that forever, and now you just wasted fucking potentially $3,000. You can watch an S2 Underground video and maybe figure out how to fix it or replace it for less money, but if you don't know what you're doing and you fuck it up, now your
tube is $1,200-$1,500.
Yeah.
So.
But doable. Again, doable. And most people,
which I really want to try to do still.
Yeah, no, it would definitely be cool. To build it yourself and then have the accomplishment of getting it working, but then also know how to
the actual internals on it is really fucking simple. Yeah, I've done harder shit. Yeah, the only thing with it is the fucking nitrogen purge on it. That'd be the hardest part of it. But even then, people have done it before. They've shown how to do it with fucking different innate gases. Yeah. Yeah, like argon and shit. Use fucking argon. Anybody's got a welder, you know? Fucking purge that shit. But there was one other thing we wanted to talk about. I'd asked you before, and we decided to wait on it. I got mine set up. What are your plans for comms, dude?
So, again, that's all determining on what helmet. So,
Yeah.
I have...
You got two here. That's why I said to bring the other bump on.
Right. So, I have now the Hardhead Veterans Ballistic, the Gen 2, the ATE, and this, since it's running my PVS 14 with a real Rhino and all the other accoutrements, it's still not done being built. Oh, we got built-in night vision on the camera right now. We're just getting too real, dude. They don't want the people to hear what's actually going on, dude.
Teach them too much, dude.
Right. So, for this setup, since this is my most expensive setup currently, my nicest setup, and if I were to leave the house, this is what I would be bringing. Although for the weight, I would still probably bring a bump because here you go, bro, or whatever. And again, maybe sometimes I don't want the weight, and so it would be nice to have, And again, like I always say,
standing guard at the fucking at camp, just looking around.
Right, and again, like I always say,
spare the neck a little.
While this can stop rifle rounds, depending on the angle of deflection and the distance, it's not rated for that, and you should not expect it to do such. So if we're really doing it, people have long guns, and this is Swiss cheese regardless, is the way you have to look at it. Even if it's not, even if you get lucky, even if yada yada, you saw a YouTube video.
You don't want to rely on luck.
Yeah, it ain't sweet, bruh. So, at that point,
then, what we've been saying about the fucking night vision, you still got to make sure, because other people have fucking night vision, that you're following all of the rules as if it were daytime.
Right. So, at that point, why not save the weight and have all the same other capabilities? This has the same Velcro pattern. It's still IR compliant. It's still got my white light or my red light and my IR light. I got a beacon. I got spare batteries. I got reflective patches. It mounts my night vision.
Shit. They just got
They're fucking with us, dude. Are we still recording though?
We are recording audio.
What the fuck? U.S. government.
Bullshit.
Fucks. They're big mad, dude.
Yeah,
because they don't want the people to know. They are. They should be. But yeah, it basically, other than the potential ballistic protection, it does the same thing. It's way more affordable. It's way lighter. There's in the grand scheme of things, most people probably fine with a bump.
Yep.
But again, if you have the money, if you think it might come into factor at some point, because again, too, it's not just bullets. It's frag, it's shrapnel. This still gives you bump protection. So, and this, you can't live without this. It's pretty important. So
there's some people doing it out there.
Yeah, well, the lucky. I was going to say the lucky few, but it's several at this point.
Yeah.
There's a myriad, a plethora, a gaggle even of mindless motherfuckers. But either way, we'll talk about it in a bunch more future content, both on my channel and this channel. There's going to be all types of testing and reviews and all types of shit with all this shit. It's going to be sick, so stay tuned for it, because you're going to learn a lot. Again, neither of us are any expert at anything other than being a smartass and a dumbass at the same time, but that's what the whole yin and yang thing, it works so well for us. But it's maybe more than you know now. And maybe you haven't thought about it before. Maybe you didn't think it was attainable before, because you see all these dudes with all this fucking Gucci gear and it costs a ton of money and you'll never be able to afford it and you fucking wouldn't know what to do with it even if it dropped in your lap. Hopefully we can discourage those types of feelings and encourage the idea that, hey, it is attainable. Even if it's something you got to save up for a little bit, it's something that's totally viable. I don't want to hear nobody say that digital night vision is not night vision, because it is fucking night vision. Because again, like you said, it allows you to see things you cannot see with your human eye, which is the whole fucking point. Yep. Can you see them as good as this? No. In some cases, yes. And in some cases, with like the Psionics Aurora or Option or any of those varieties, you can see in colors. So you can differentiate different things as opposed to everything just being different shades of green or different shades of white. So that's an advantage. You can stare into the fucking sun with it and not damage it. This, you better not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pros and cons to each. but it is doable, like I said, even down to $100 if you had to. And again, even if that's so, you can see your other homies with beacons. You could see your other homie. You could walk through the woods, even if it's slower going. It's going to be faster than if you had nothing.
Even not only looking for night vision, but with that, not only can you see IR, you also see regular visual spectrum light much, much easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot brighter to your eyes. So at distance, you will see if there's a fucking cabin up here with a fire lit, and you can see that shit, you will see that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you look up in the sky, you can see stars you can't see with the naked eye, with any of them.
Yep.
So it's very, very useful tools. We talk about it all the time. You know, we all got guns, we all got ammo.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any guns.
Some of us have body armor. This is also body armor, which even if you're not running, this is another thing. Even if you're not running night vision or thermal or anything head mounted, you should still have a helmet, even if it is just a bump. Because again, in and out of vehicles, falling, shit falling on you, a physical altercation, you're rock climbing, you're rappelling, you're whitewater rafting, you're fucking skateboarding, whatever the fuck you want to do. You're jumping out of planes. It's your brain box, bro. Protect it. So,
You're just riding the short bus.
the boonie cap looks cool. And there are shrouds you can install into boonie caps.
But can you install a boonie cap onto the helm?
Well, I've got some Hunter Concept scrim coming for the helm, which I'm going to put that on the bow tack, I think. Dress that up a little bit.
So nobody can tell it's just a bow tack on it.
No, I don't care about that, because I still recommend that. For $200, dude, I think it's a great helmet.
I'm not mad at it.
It's heavier, for sure.
Yep.
And it's completely made in China. But it's legitimately 3A Kevlar helmet armor. And will stop bullets for what it's rated to. It will mount your night vision. It will mount your ear pro. It will mount your everything the fuck else that you would need to go along with it. And it's $200. Yep. So if you don't have $600, you can get a bump for $200. Or you can get a ballistic made in China for $200. So, and again, this is pressed in China with either U.S.
and get a bump for free.
Yeah, with either U.S. or Netherlands materials. But it's DuPont, it's real shit. Aramid Kevlar mix. This is just Kevlar. It's bigger, it's heavier.
Yep.
And then the bump. But again, you can get the bump for free, potentially. Yep. One of our lucky viewers.
One of y'all
is going to win it.
Or some random dude who just sees giveaway and enters.
Right. Which
never watches another one of our videos.
That's how it works, dude. But you know what? What that's still doing is strengthening, improving, and increasing the culture, getting another person into it, because now you got the helmet. So what are you going to do?
Yep.
You want to build it out. Maybe that's just the spark that it takes, because you would have never done it normally. But if somebody just handed you a ballistic helmet, handed you a bump helmet, handed you whatever, handed you a lower receiver, handed you a fucking Glock slide, what are you going to do?
You want to do something with it.
Yeah, you
got it.
Do something with it.
To use.
So, and that's good, man, because again, normalizing this shit, and that's the other thing that we didn't even touch on, is like how taboo, how popular it is in today's day and age, which is still in the grand scheme of things minuscule. Yeah. We're just barely getting to the point where like everybody has an AR-15. Yep. Out of all those people, it's fractional how many people have a chest rig, let alone plates, plate carrier, assault pack, battle belt, whatever. Like, you see it all day because you're into this shit. And so you subscribe to the channels and you follow the Instagram pages and you're tweeting about it on Twitter. So you see the shit that you're interested in because you're searching it out. You're seeking it out and you're surrounding it. What?
Go ask your neighbor about it.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, and if you find out that your neighbor's pretty based, then cool, dude. Start collaborating and colluding and shit.
Like the old lady that used to live across the street.
Right. Right. Maybe that Korean lady, she's actually just like a spy or something.
Maybe
she's testing.
That's why she keeps coming to my house.
Right. They're on
sus.
They're like, hello. But yeah, dude. So that, you know, it in the grand scheme of things, it's so minuscule to even that. And then you start branching off into other shit, dude, like fucking, I don't even know what, dude. Like fucking other, like before you get to night vision, what would be something else that like most people probably just have no idea about or don't own? Because we got tactical guns. Well, right, right. Yeah, no shit. But tactical guns and shit, and that's the thing. Maybe they do have an AR
ammo,
but they don't have a dot, or they don't have a white light, or they don't have a sling, or it's not free float. And again, it doesn't have to be, but you at least need iron sights, a white light, and a sling on every fighting rifle. Period. Any fighting long gun, I should say, because it could be a shotgun too. You know, they don't fucking know what a lam is.
They don't pistol too.
They don't know what I.R. is, dude. They don't know fucking. Well, yeah, if you're running the MAC-10 under the jacket. But it's just, it's like, dude, it's so crazy to people. Like, people are just coming around to fucking red dots on handguns.
Yep.
You know what's really nice about red dots on handguns? So am I. I'm into it, but like I would never trust them more than iron sights, and I would never have just a dot on a gun and not backup iron sights. But you know what makes it really easy and convenient to shoot a handgun under nods with is a dot, because also while you're doing it, you're not giving off an IR signature using a lamp. So it's a give and a take. You know, I could shoot a lamb from the hip just looking at the laser.
Yeah.
I could shoot it around a corner if I got a peek on it, whatever. But being able to pull up, see a dot, and shoot it without exposing yourself, if need be, that might come in handy too.
Yeah.
So it does give you that option. You know, it's a day or night optic, which is nice. Which same thing with irons. Although shooting irons, while it's possible through nods, you know, tritium shit is going to glow.
Yeah.
Plus your focus is not going to be there. And then even if it was a little bit, everything else is going to be blurry. And then plus, if you do have tritium, it glows a lot brighter under night vision.
Yeah.
And so you might get a random amalgamation of this is the general direction I'm pointed in, which basically amounts to point shooting naturally. Just, oh shit, there's a bad guy, which fine, could work, is doable.
Especially
not preferable. Yeah, not preferable though. So a dot gives you that option. Or you got to get a $600 IR light laser flashlight, which is fine.
I mean, some people spend almost that much on a dot anyways.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you still should have a flashlight.
Yep.
And still, if you're doing night vision shit, it'd be nice that it was also IR capable.
Yeah.
So, big recommendations on the Streamlight TLR VIR2, because you can put that on a handgun, put it on a shotgun, put it on a rifle.
That's the one problem with night vision. Now all of a sudden, all of your lights are double the price.
Right. And people got problems paying regular money for a Streamlight white light.
Yep.
Which is half the price of a Surefire white light.
Yep.
And then
the Surefire white light is half the price of fucking Surefire IR.
Yeah. But the Streamlight, again, I love Streamlight because they make really quality products and they are way more affordable than the next best thing, which would be Surefire. And in my opinion, as far as life and liberty flashlight illumination devices, it's Streamlight or Surefire.
Yep.
I will accept either. I don't care that the Streamlight is half the price of the Surefire, because like I say all the time, I think it's more than 2/3 as good. And it's been nothing but reliable in every experience that I've had with any of their products. And so I'm not mad at it. I've seen Surefires fail, I've seen Streamlights fail, but not really at a higher rate than the other.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times you get more features on the Streamlight for less money. It's always for less money, but a lot of times equivalent products.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, a Surefire X400 Vampire.
Yeah.
The old one, not even the new one, but the old one is like $800, and it's just white light and IR light.
Yep.
The Streamlight TLR VIR2 is 300 lumens of white light, also has IR light and an IR laser, which again means it's a laser aiming module, and you could bolt it to an AR and shoot out to 300 yards. Print, Shoot, Repeat has done it. You can check out his video on the AGM binoculars that he got, the night vision binoculars, and they were using bolt guns with a TLR VIR out to 300 yards with the IR illuminator and the laser and making hits, and no problem. And realistically, even during the day, you're not engaging that far in most scenarios as a civilian. So you're good. And then also you could have it on a handgun, and conveniently it's the same pattern as a Streamlight TLR1, which is one of the most common handgun lights known to man. So you will have zero issues getting a holster for it. And then two, when it is during the day or you're not using nods and you just need a regular light on the gun, it's got more than enough lumens, 300 lumens.
Yep.
Which, for a handgun and handgun distances, in any lighting condition, that's more than good enough.
That's at least 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I don't think so. Plus, you got white walls in the house. You're down the hallway at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you splash 1,000 lumens off a white wall. You're losing your night vision too.
Yeah.
So everything's a give and a take.
Yep.
Again, I think 300 is bare minimum, but I think in a lot of ways it excels. Just like in a lot of ways, I think thermal could be better than regular night vision, depending on the situation. But again, the moral to the story is you can get it done with less than people tell you can get it done for, as far as money, as far as just, like, you don't have to be a rocket surgeon to fucking understand how to use this shit, to train with it, to use it to great effect. Again, does absolutely every single...
What's a rocket surgeon?
You know what I mean. So, the fucking... They just be in there snipping shit or something. But...
Like, do you mean a rocket scientist or a brain
that's the
surgeon?
joke. That's an age-old joke, dude. This isn't rocket surgery, because obviously it's not rocket science, but people swap that for surgery because it's funny, and also a thing
Never
that, like...
heard anybody say rocket surgery before.
Well, you just heard it here for the first time. Leave it in the comment section below if you've heard that before, because that's 100% a thing. But either way...
I feel like your dad's just said it before, and you just think that it's
people say
now.
it, dude. Look it up.
Fucking...
But yeah, you can do it. You know, you don't have to, because even, this is the thing, even to some of our viewers, this is Gucci gear.
Yeah.
And to an extent it is, right? But realistically, again, $3,000 compared to $40,000, you're pissing in the ocean.
Yep.
So, I ain't no Lucas Bakken, and I don't have availability of all that kind of equipment. I would love to, and maybe one day.
Yeah.
But with this, I'm more than fine. With this, I'm more than fine. With this, and we haven't even really touched on it, we will here briefly in a second, more than fine. With the Psionics Aurora, more than fine. Again, I would rather have 3 dudes, 5 dudes, 10 dudes, whoever, plethora of dudes with Psionics Auroras or MVG-10s or ATN thermals or whatever, even fucking Carson Op mods in the grand scheme of things, because now that's a team of dudes that are night capable without giving off a signature that can be seen by the human eye. Then one dude with all those other dudes still that has a PVS 14, because now basically everyone else has a white light. You have IR shit. You should also have white light capabilities.
Everybody grab the rope. Let's go through the woods.
Right. Right. Because otherwise somebody's turning a white light on.
Yep.
And then your nods are useless.
Yep.
Not useless, but in the sense of, like, what's the point? Because I'll just use a white light now because everybody sees us. So, again, situation dictates the tactics. There might be a situation where you don't want to use the nods and you do want to use only white light, or yada, 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 vice versa, or somewhere in between. But again, having the option is nice, because having options means if something doesn't go to plan, there's another plan. So if the nods fail or the nods aren't working for that situation, you still got white light, and vice versa. So again, setting yourself up for success. This is, in the grand scheme of things, somewhat niche in preparedness. If you're just getting into this, this is down the line. That being said, with everything going on in the world and things getting increasingly shittier, you might want to fucking make up for lost time. You know, but that, again, that takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of research, a lot of training to get yourself up to speed. But again, much like with the medical shit, you should have it even if you don't know how to use it.
Yep.
Because at some point, in theory, you're going to learn how to use it. And what better way to use it? How do you get better at doing push-ups? By doing push-ups. So how are you going to get better at training and shooting and moving under nods? By having nods and moving and shooting and training with them. So, you know, and if you don't have that, you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want, and it's not going to matter. You know, you can get an idea. You can maybe understand the interface and how it works, turn it on, increase the gain, decrease the gain, fucking flash pulse your nods, whatever. But you don't really know until you get it in your hands. And so
You're going to be proficient in walking at night with them. You're not.
yeah,
gonna
it's
get
a whole different thing.
It is.
And if you are using digital, there is a little bit of a latency, unless it's like a Psionics Opsin, which is $2,500. But at that point, you probably should almost just buy a PVS 14, but also maybe not, because again, the options that the digital shit gives you, you don't have to worry about burning your tube out. You've got direction headings, compass headings. You've got upgradable software. You can see in color. You can record. You can do all types of shit that this can't do. This just allows you to see. It makes you see really, really well at night, but the other shit makes you see damn near just as good for all intents and purposes, all practical purposes, and also gives you other benefits with the detractor of worse battery life, maybe a heavier unit because you have to run it off of a battery pack, which does give you a built-in counterweight. You know, again, pros and cons to everything. But I will tell you this, if you want to show them that a little bit up close and personal, the NVG10.
A bit off there.
The NVG10 is a digital night vision monocular that you can buy this piece, the actual monocular with the mount, which interfaces into any standard Wilcox style mount or whatever. Well, I'm so beautiful, that's why.
Yeah.
But it is a small, lightweight digital night vision monocular that comes with the mount for $350. It will interface with any of these helmets. It locks in a little bit loosely, but you can easily shim it, and sometimes you got to do that with way more expensive shit too. But it's night vision. You can see in the dark. You can walk around. You can shoot guns. You can establish targets at known distances. It's got zoom. You could do white night vision. You could do green night vision. You can record. You can Bluetooth. You can do anything you want with it. Again, $350. Will it last the test of time? Is it as bomb-proof durable as something else? Even a Psionics Aurora? We don't know. I just got this in for T&E. We're going to be messing around with it, doing some videos with it. But from what I've seen so far, it seems to have slightly better latency than the Psionics Aurora, and I was perfectly happy with using a Psionics Aurora. I've walked around the woods with it plenty. I've used it with guns, shooting guns, training with guns, under nods, messing with the IR illuminators and lasers and shit. And it's totally doable to run a Psionics Aurora as a night vision monocular, because it's digital though, and it takes a Fujifilm battery. This takes an 18650, which you probably already have laying around if you vape, or if you have, you know, different handheld flashlights or even weapon lights. 18650 is almost as common as CR123A these days. Not quite, but almost. At least in the tactical world. In the vaping world, it's all the rage.
Everybody's running 18650s.
But
which also means easily available.
Yeah.
Everybody knows,
and relatively affordable.
Shop. Probably 5 of them within 3 miles.
I saw them at the gas station now too, some places. You know, so. But that, again, $350. You get the night vision mount and the digital night vision monocular. And from everything I've seen so far, from what you've seen, we were just messing with it earlier. It's legit.
It's valid.
It's night
100%.
vision. Again, 10 dudes with that over fucking 3 dudes with this, you know, and 7 dudes that don't have nothing. So, and that's the thing. So again, if you can't afford a PVS 14 and a real Rhino or a real ballistic, you can literally get an A to E bump for $230, and then for $350, the mount and night vision. And it's got a built-in IR illuminator, so technically you don't need to get that.
$400 to get the helmet with it.
Yeah, the helmet that comes with it, if you spend $400, is garbage. It's a bump helmet, but it's not a real bump helmet. It's literally just
it's a plastic shell to hold your night vision.
Yeah, which would work. It would work for that.
It would.
And probably be more comfortable than a Skull Crusher in the grand scheme of things. So again, still viable, and it's got arc rails. You can put illuminators, you put all you want, all types of Velcro for patches and beacons and shit. And so it is still a usable piece of equipment. And I would argue, at the end of the day, it still is a padded shell helmet that would protect you from most bumps and bruises.
I'd rather buy a fucking bicycle helmet and screw a fucking shroud onto it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just saying though, and that's what the old Protex. I still want to get one of those because that's old school Delta drip, dude. It is, dude. The fucking tan ones, dude, from like Black Hawk Down and shit. That shit just looks so good. But can be done.
Yep.
Again, this so far from my personal experience, this is the cheapest helmet mountable viable night vision that I've experienced. And again, I have a PVS 14, I have a Psionics Aurora, and now this.
This whole helmet setup here is probably like $1,000 for everything that's there.
Break it down for the people.
Because we got the fucking...
We got $200 for the helmet.
$200 for the
So
helmet, that's $550. $20, $570. We've got, what would you say, $160 on the comm setup. So
All together?
Yeah, all together was like $160. So that's fucking $730. And then we got the fucking patches were $20. So $750, and then $50 for the light that I got on here. So
yes.
$800.
$800.
$800.
And that's a ballistic helmet.
Yep.
So, it's heavier, it's bigger, it's chunkier.
So with fucking shipping and
bullets.
taxes, you're under $1,000.
Yeah. So, even if it takes you a year to save up $1,000 that you can spend on this shit, after a year, you can have a fully functional, complete night vision setup, ballistic helmet, night vision monocular, common power cell, comms, everything. Minus the Baofeng to route into the comms, so add another $50, and usually they're $30.
Yeah.
So $850,
you get an upgraded
$900.
antenna for that bitch.
Right.
Fucking you get a pouch that's an extra fucking $20.
And this is the thing though too, is people look at this shit and say, oh, that's expensive. Even this, $1,000 setup for night vision, which in the grand scheme of things is rookie numbers. Still totally viable. If I had this and only this, I would not feel undergunned, because you know how many people don't have night vision?
A lot.
So, and plus, even if other people had night vision, and if it was even better night vision, now it's still equal to an extent. Did I see you first? Did you see me first? Is it, whatever. Tactics
and
play more a part.
That's why, again, even with night vision, you play by daytime rules.
Right.
Don't assume you're invisible just because you have night
If not even more so, because at night it's typically a lot more quiet too. So you can't even hide your sound as easily. But either way, $1,000. If you can't fucking set aside $1,000 for a complete is it the best? Is it the lightest?
You have a $3,000 rifle hanging off your fucking...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Is you'll go and buy a fucking $1,000 1911, which is still a rookie number for a 1911. A couple $500, $600 Glocks. A couple you spend fucking $30 a day on cigarettes and monsters and shit at the gas station.
Sell your 320 and your 365 and buy some fucking helmet and night vision.
For real, dude.
All right. Fuck, you shouldn't have it in the first place.
Yeah. No shit. And that's the thing too, is like people, and me, I'm guilty of it myself. I have a fuck ton of guns. But like, do I need all of them? Yes. But in the grand scheme, it's my opinion. Might be biased. But in the grand scheme of things, if you have a quality pistol, a quality rifle,
and turn that into night vision,
I could have a couple sets of quads. Or a Lamborghini. But the fucking, I don't know what I want more. Because I can just ride around in the Lambo with my PVS 14 and still be flexing on the haters.
You could probably get a Lambo and quads one set.
Yeah.
Then rock the quads in the Lambo.
But then I'd run it off the Botac, though. Just to spite it.
Oh, man.
So that's the thing.
Not even electronic, just fucking Pel-torched ear pro on it.
Right. Right, just under, all uncomfortable, like it's not even attached or nothing.
Yep.
So, but again, that's the thing, though, is like people will go and spend big money, like Kenny. Kenny's a big car dude.
Yeah.
He has no problem dropping several $1,000s on his vehicles.
Yep.
But, that fucking Surefire flashlight's $300? Nah. That helmet's fucking $600? Nah. The night vision's $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 more? Nah. But, you fucking $3,000 for a turbo kit? Yeah, no problem. So it's all about priorities. Yeah. And again, I can't fault anybody for wanting to put their hard-earned money where they want it. Yep. That being said, if you are interested in this type of shit and do see how important it can be, and it literally is a superpower. Yep. It gets dark every night. Half of your life that you are alive, it's dark.
Yep.
Whether you realize it or not, because you got electricity, you go outside past a certain hour, it's dark. And while we have decent built-in standard issue mil-spec human eye night vision, it's not good enough. So, and again, not even as like a tactical fucking life and liberty fucking, which is, yes, but like, it's just fun. It's just fun, dude, to fucking be able to walk around in the dark or fucking go nature watch or fucking whatever.
Last week, I was helping somebody try to find their dog that got loose. You know, it was like 11 o'clock at night. You know how much I wished I had night vision at that point in time?
Yeah.
Or a thermal, even?
Right.
Would have been so fucking great.
Because that's the thing a lot of people don't realize.
So sitting there with a flashlight and fucking...
Right, well, that's what I was about to say.
Everybody in the neighborhood's thinking I'm just a crazy dude driving down the street in my truck with a flashlight hanging out the side.
I mean, you are, but...
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for the fucking post on, like, the community Facebook
the
page.
patch or whatever.
The fucking cops to roll up. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. But this is the thing, though, is, which a lot of people don't realize either, because a lot of people that don't want to pay for night vision, which, again... $350 viable, useful night vision. $100 viable. It's in my backpack.
Yep.
I don't feel like digging it out. You guys have seen it before. You'll see it more in future content. But viable night vision, out to 100 yards, maybe even more if you have supplemental IR illumination. But people, they're like, I got a white light. I'll be fine. But the problem is, though, is sometimes, even with these, I got a through night in my pocket that's like 3,500 lumens. Using a white light, depending on the lighting conditions, depending on what it's bouncing off of or whatever, you might be able to see where that light is pointed, but now everything else is blacker than it was and darker than it was and casting a shadow off the light or bouncing back and reflecting light. And so you can actually see way more with just night vision, not using even any supplemental IR illumination in most cases, than you can with your normal eyes using a bright-ass flashlight and out to further distance.
Not only that, even with this NVG10, right? You can see in better detail in a lot of spots than even midday what you will see.
Yeah.
Like you look up, I looked up in the fucking trees that are all around the front yard and shit.
Yeah.
And you can see individually in between each fucking branch on that tree, because you don't have the fucking sun above you that's mainly what your eyes are focusing on is the light, and you're losing those shadows. Yeah. With this, you don't have those shadows. There are no fucking shadows. Right. You know, and so it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
So, again, this is not a thing to gloat or be like, hey, look at us, we're cool. Because we are super cool. Yeah. But
that's
if anything,
why you should watch us, continue to watch us.
Right. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
You know?
Check the links pinned in the comment section below. But
Mantis X and Hardhead Veterans.
For sure. No, but for sure, though, legit, because they're both legit companies. 100%. They both make excellent products, and they're very affordable for what you actually get.
And ATN.
Yes, of course. And I forgot the exact, fuck it, I feel like an asshole. But there's a lot going on. But the MVG10, you can get them on Amazon or whatever. I don't know if they're all sold by the same place that sent me this one. But
there's only the one place that I had found that actually was like a website that sold them.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of other stuff. I forgot what it is. I have the email. I could look it up. But, sick, dude. It's all types of cool-ass, sick-ass shit that is very, very... Yes,
Good Night Gear.
Yeah, that's what it is. Good Night Gear. I should know that. GoodNightGear.com. Huge shout-out to GoodNightGear.com because they sent me the NVG10 with the helmet, with the mount.
You're going to be good in the night.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And again, legitimately...
That ain't their tagline. It should be.
It seems like cheap, cheesy,
it does.
Toy airsoft.
Looks like it.
Yeah. But that being said, and that might shy a lot of people away from it. Yeah. But again, because for $350, not that I'm rolling in it, but for $350, I maybe myself just being curious and to be able to compare it to other things that I do have and see what's really out there so I could better inform people.
More on worse.
Right.
You know, it's
so I potentially would have checked it out. But even people that are interested into getting into night vision and see $350, $400, would be like,
at 2
I don't
o'clock in the
know.
morning have spent more money on Pokemon cards.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. Don't bring that up. I wanted that Charizard, dude. I'm sorry. But if I would have got it, I would have made more money.
Exactly, we would have made a profit.
But this is the thing, dude. Goodnightgear.com, $350. You get an ATE bump helmet or a Bowtac ballistic for $200, and you're good, bro. You're good, dude. Because this has a built-in IR illuminator, so you don't have to get an external extra IR illuminator. You still can, and I still would recommend it. These MPLS Princeton Techs are only like $70. You can get them on the T-Rex Arms website, and they're excellent. I have the Surefire one, and then there's also the Streamlight Sidewinder. They're bigger, they're heavier. They do take CR123As though, which is nice because obviously everything else we use for the most part takes that, so it's a common sell. This is more of a watch style battery.
Picking up one of those Surefire ones.
What?
You've seen them on fucking Facebook Marketplace for like $40-$60.
I would do it, dude.
I know.
Because brand new, they're like $2 something.
I know.
And obviously it's the older model. They got some new shit now. Yeah. But it's fine.
Problem is, anytime that somebody has one for sale, they're like, dude was in Florida, had it for sale. The one dude was in Wisconsin. Another
Have them
guy
ship
in Indiana.
it, dude. It's fucking this big.
They don't want to ship it. They want cash in hand. They say that it's fucking. They don't want to get scammed for it, you know. And I'm like, bro, I will Zelle you the money. Go straight to your bank account. I can't get nothing back.
Right.
Like, oh no, I've been scammed with Zelle. How the fuck you getting scammed with Zelle?
I don't know. I don't use it personally.
Seller.
But
like, there's literally no possible way. It's just a bank transfer. That's literally all that it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used it, but I assume
people are stupid.
Yeah, and I get
it.
Like,
I've dealt with scammers online selling shit on Facebook, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just had one fucking trying to sell these guitars that was fucking tried to get me to send them my phone number and give them a code back because people like to try to get your phone number to sign up for Google Hangouts accounts so they can scam other people using your phone number. Right. Which is wonderful. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Yeah. But, like...
easier said than done in today's day and age, you know, the times that we live in.
I'd hope most of our viewers are fucking smart enough to understand that.
But so I worry about some of them, but the rest of them are probably all right.
Yeah. Whenever I get sketchy people that are fucking... that I don't know if they're trying to scam me or not, I tell them to fucking meet me at Rinks.
Right.
Because at least then I know there's fucking cameras out there, and people I got at least 3 dudes inside that'll back me up. You know, fucking. Nobody's ever met me there though. I don't know why.
Why? If anything, it would be the safest place too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, ain't nothing sketchy going down there. You know, it's fucking.
If we have anything to say about it, at least.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
But yeah,
during normal operating hours, you know, at least.
Right. Yeah. But even that, you never know.
Yeah.
but yeah, dude. I mean, again, moral to the story, we've ranted and rambled for quite a bit. You guys are probably fucking tuned off fucking 37 minutes ago, at least.
Yeah.
But again, there's going to be a bunch more content showcasing all of this, getting in more in depth, giving you a better up close, properly lit look at it, which it's always lit when we're involved. But no matter what your price bracket is, there is an option and a solution for you. Again, even if it is just $150 white light and you don't do the nod thing at all, but some people still don't even have a white light on their fucking... What the fuck are you going to do? Shoot off muzzle flash? It's cool, it's funny, it's a meme.
The biggest thing
what if you got a flash suppressor?
Your home defense weapon. You're shutting off the lights at night because you pay the fucking electrical bill.
I'm scared of the dark, so sometimes I leave them on.
I leave the 2 by the door on at all times. That way, if anybody does come through the door, there's fucking light right there. I see them.
Plus, even if you're not home, it looks like you are in the set and the third. So,
and there's fucking 2 backlights I leave on in case of coyotes and shit. Yeah. But most people though will maybe they'll leave the porch light on, but they'll all the lights off in their house.
Pitch black.
Yep. What are you gonna do when you hear a noise in the middle?
And
of the night?
Not even to mention that
they're shooting their daughter.
Even though most people, well, all people, right, have lived in their home for however long they've lived in it, and realistically should be able to walk through and navigate their house blind.
Yep.
Most people still couldn't even do that.
Nope.
In the dark.
I do it regularly just to test myself.
Yeah. Which in here, it's even more of a fucking triumph.
It is. It really is.
Fucking break your neck or some shit. But which is why another reason why you need a fucking bump helmet, at least. So seriously,
Don't crack
people.
your skull on those granite countertops as if I have those.
Well, either way,
They don't.
the
They
hardwood
haven't seen my
is the same thing at that
It's
point.
particle board,
But
I'd probably break it.
Still,
I'd break the I'd break the countertops.
yeah, well, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's-
But you already got a built-in ballistic.
That's facts.
He's a
I
Neanderthal.
literally broke my locker in high school with my head.
I believe that.
Yeah, I got pissed off at it because the combo never worked. Turns out the office gave me the wrong combo for my locker. It was like one number off, so like sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. And like I just fucking get pissed off because I put it in the combo 5 times, knowing it's the right combo that I was given, and fucking punch it. And then one day I just got pissed off enough, I just headbutted it and dented the whole locker, and they had to replace it.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
The look on the dude's face that was at the locker next to me when I did that, though. I just got pictured like, fuck.
And he was unfazed. He was. I'd be more worried about the fucking locker.
My forehead was a little red, but like that was.
Yeah, but that was just purely out of the frustration.
Exactly. Like, and this dude just like, damn near white as a ghost. He was Mexican, but he was white as a fucking ghost.
Fucking hulking it up, dude.
Oh man, it was great. Good times.
Indeed.
It was even worse because I had to fucking spend 3 hours the first day of school trying to find my locker because none of the teachers even knew where my locker was. Because I had locker number 1.
Ha.
I was
Where was that?
number 1.
Where was that?
It was
You would assume it'd be at the front of the ski.
Well, so the normal locker numbers are 100s are the bottom floor, 200 are the second floor, 300 are the first floor.
Your shit was in the basement.
My shit was in the middle of the second and third floor. There's a hallway that goes to the middle of the school. And it was all the way at the end of that hallway. None of the maintenance people, the principal, nobody knew where the fuck my locker was. It took 3 hours for them to figure out where the fuck my locker was. Except locker number 1.
That's right, but whoever gets locker number 1, though.
I do, apparently. Like, that's fucking...
So usually the same lot in life that I had.
It's like, what the fuck, man? And the best part is like, there was no locker 2 through fucking like 20. Those didn't exist. It was not locker number 1. The dude next to me was 21.
Well, that's like a lot of buildings don't have a 13th floor.
I know.
Or a fuck, you know.
Which
whatever.
last time we went to Florida, we were laughing our asses off because we were on the 13th floor.
Yeah.
Which with all of our
Yes.
community, all of our
Yeah,
luck,
dude. You guys are lucky to fucking tell the tale.
like,
Fucking elevator just gives out. You thought
were
you're on the fucking
13th floor.
What do you call that? The fucking the drop thing in the elevator thing, or the fucking the Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That shit.
It would have happened.
Yeah, but it don't. There's no shock buffs at the bottom.
There's nothing to stop you. Like that one fucking video, the dude that just fell out of the fucking.
Yeah,
Did you see that shit?
dude. See, because I
Literally
don't do
dropped,
roller
and as soon as
coasters.
that first like bump where it pulls you back up, he just fucking fell out that bitch. And
I don't do roller coasters because
Finito.
I've seen way too many Final Destination movies, as well as I've also been at Six Flags when somebody got decapitated. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I know
But I was
somebody
there.
almost had that happen. They're on one of the rides at Six Flags and literally got thrown
Their shit's
off
kind
the
of
shit.
janky though to begin with.
Yeah,
Disney's
yeah,
probably a little
100%.
bit better, but also they're an Illuminati pedophile
Disney,
cult.
there are literally rides at Disney where you can't put your arms up on a roller coaster. If you do, you will. If you're like over 6 foot, you will smack some shit and lose your hand.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's just sketchy to me. And then the fact, like, they're always breaking down, and you get stuck upside for fucking upside down for fucking 3 hours or whatever.
That's
like, I'm not fucking with it, bro.
It's like I
can
don't
get
do
my kicks
all
on
those
Route
rides and shit.
66. I
I
don't
can
fucking.
like I don't do roller coasters and shit. Not because like I'm scared of the heights or anything, the speed.
I don't
or
fuck
nothing
with
like
heights, bro.
That. I don't fuck with heights.
I could do it if I had to.
I don't fuck with heights on man-made structures.
Right.
I'll
stand off the side of a cliff and look down.
I can be on the side of a fucking 200-foot cliff, looking down, dangling my feet over the edge. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, no, but if somebody had to turn a wrench and assemble that
But
bitch,
if you put me on the top of a 20-foot platform, that's just like scaffolding, 20 foot in the air.
I hate it. You just
fuck no, that ain't no, dude, no.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Yeah, dude. And plus, I'm tall. I'm 6 foot something, 6'2", 6'3", and so it's
normalized
even
carnival
taller
shit,
for me.
Even just normalized carnival shit, like the fucking rides, the swings, where you just fucking go in a circle and
Yeah,
it's just
no,
fucking.
I'd be
No, that's my thought every time. I'm just gonna fly off into this fucking building over here,
Right,
hit that
or
brick wall.
into
Because
traffic,
I'm looking,
or
and there's just this little fucking bolt that's this fucking thick that's holding me in place. Without that, I'm probably flying fucking 30 miles an hour into that wall.
Yeah, I'm
not about it. I'm not about it.
I don't like leaving it to chance.
No.
Especially I've seen some of the people that maintain these rides, all the carnies and shit
I
like that.
know my fucking luck, and it's not that good.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know.
Be on that fucking
when
zero
to
gravity.
hold 'em.
I'm gonna be on that zero gravity when
fold
it dislodges and goes rolling through buildings. Like that's gonna be my fucking luck. It's just, I'm not having it.
See, and that's how I feel about my luck, but it's even worse.
Those fucking shits where you go around fucking circles just like this way and shit.
Yeah.
Like a fucking clock.
Yeah, the little
shit.
like the boat shit, and it swings and it swings.
And how many videos of that shit where they just literally are just tipping over? Like there are multiple videos of people literally having to hold that bitch down from tipping over.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, bro.
No.
Like, and I've done it. I've done it.
Same. I've done it against my better judgment. I have done it. I've done all of it.
I didn't like it.
The fucking Goliath.
I didn't like it, dude.
At Six Flags, the
Dude,
tallest
I've been on
roller
the
coaster in the
iron fucking something at Six Flags, and then I've been on a bunch of shit at fucking Disney.
They have the oldest fucking wooden roller coaster at the Six Flags here.
That shit's
I've done that
rickety
shit.
as fuck.
I've done it. I didn't want to. But the Goliath, which is like their newest roller coaster they have there, was like the tallest and the most vertical drop. It's actually an inverse drop. You go backwards going down into the fucking drop, and it's like the tallest drop in the fucking country or whatever. And I did that like 2 weeks after it fucking was opened.
Well, it's still got the fresh torque on the bolts.
Yeah. I didn't want to.
No.
I did it, and it was fine. I did not die. But like, what the fuck?
You could have, though.
I could have. That was the day we went with fucking Cheyenne's cousin who's got cerebral palsy. So he was in the wheelchair and we got bumped to the front of the line the whole way. He was flipping him off on the normal line. Because he's like, it was great.
That is.
He's just in his fucking power wheelchair and everything, flipping off the whole line. We're going past. And then I smacked his head and said, fucking stop, you're getting my ass beat.
Right.
Like, the fuck.
Right, dude.
Ain't nobody gonna touch him.
What are you gonna? Yeah, but still, like, what you'd have to be a pretty fucking
he's
scummy
checking
dude.
short shorts and he'd fucking elbow me. And I'm like, the fuck, dude. She's 12. He's got the mind of a 13-year-old, so it's just fucking.
I guess. Fucking.
Can't get. He's.
It's a double-edged sword, and you lose.
He added me on Facebook at one point. And Cheyenne kept getting mad at me because I'd be scrolling through Facebook. All of a sudden, she'd just see titties on Facebook. And she's like, what the fuck are you looking at? I'm like, ask your cousin. He is the reason that Pornhub has a share feature. Because he's the only one I know of that has ever used it.
How the fuck you not get banned off Facebook for that? But I can't be like,
funny.
Yo, you should act like an American.
That's ableism.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, I
dare
guess. Dude, you got to build a
Like,
ramp
what
for
the
him or something.
you? Like, what in the fuck, man? Yeah, fucked up shit,
dude.
We've been at this for almost 2 hours.
We have.
Most of it talking about your helmets and
Yeah, we didn't even talk
helmet
about
related
this, which is
apparatus
also still, to an extent, a
helmet related apparatus side.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It sure is, dude. You just never know, dude.
Never know.
Huge shout out to 100 Concepts. You can't even see it, but the light cap.
Yeah.
So you can actually.
I got one of those.
Well, you 3D printed.
I know.
Which that's all they did. They just did it better.
Yeah, they definitely did it better.
Surefire Warden, 3-prong, Aimpoint Pro, Radian, Magpul Pros, Streamlight, fucking ProTac RL2, Holosun LS321G. This is the night fighting gun. You will see a lot more of this in the future. You've already seen some of it to begin with. But now that we have all types of night vision devices and also night vision capable recording devices, not only are we going to be able to see in the dark, you're going to be able to see us see in the dark. So that's going to be super cool. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned to my channel, the Terribly Tactical Channel, as well as here on the Shooting the Poop podcast, because we got a bunch of stuff coming up in the works. Huge shout out to 100 Concepts. They're sending out some stuff. Huge shout out to Hardhead Veterans. Huge shout out to Mantis. And yeah, we're doing it. We are here, and that's the one thing, and we don't have to say this because the people know, but you can always, per usual, expect legitimate, honest reviews and information, because at the end of the day, we are just real dudes. Like, we're just normal, everyday dudes. And that, again, like I say all the time, the whole inception of my channel, terribly tactical was a play on words, because it's like, am I so damn tactical that I'm terribly tactical? Am I bad at being tactical? The fucking, is it somewhere in between? I'm just a regular dude that is interested in this stuff, believes in this stuff, is passionate about this stuff, and while I don't know everything, while I'm an expert at nothing other than being a smartass, if there's anything I can do to help grow the Second Amendment, expand the Second Amendment, expand freedom, expand fighting for it, encourage other people to get more prepared and self-sustaining for themselves, their family, their loved ones, build a stronger, better community and better America overall. See, they're fucking with us, dude. Every time, dude. At least it looks like night vision, though. It's pretty cool. I wish they could see. I look like the aliens, dude, from fucking Discovery Channel, right? Aliens, dude.
You regularly do that,
Aliens.
honestly.
Well, that's a whole nother topic for it. But either way, they always gotta fuck me up, dude.
Always.
I was on a roll.
Yep.
But realistically, like, I care about this shit. I do this shit because it's cool, it's fun, I'm interested in it, I think it's a beneficial thing, but like the overall encompassing idea is that all these little niche, minute fucking things that are super cool and you can just be a hobbyist at, you should realize that it's much more than that. And you should realize that this is, in my opinion, your civic duty.
Yep.
To take this shit seriously, because this goes away, all of this goes away, and we already see it crumbling. So in order to attempt to preserve the last little fucking shred and thread of it that we can, we need everybody's participation. So if we can encourage anybody to live more constitutionally comfortable each and every day that goes by, then we are winning. This has been a success. If we can better outfit regular, everyday Americans and civilians to be able to fight for freedom, defend their household, defend themselves, defend whatever the fuck it is, innocent people worldwide, or at least countrywide, fuck the rest of everybody.
Yeah.
Why not? And as much as we're hated on for it, shadow banned, demonetized, this, that, and the third, we're not going to go away. And even if we do get kicked off, you can find us somewhere else, because I'm going to still be doing this. I'm going to be doing this regardless if I get paid or not, regardless if I get free shit or not, regardless of any of that shit, because that has nothing to do with it. It helps a lot, and I'm very appreciative for the opportunities, because that is in turn helping you guys. But in the meantime, take it seriously. Beans, bullets, band-aids. All this shit falls under one of those three categories. And that is really the meaning to life, right? When you think, what is the meaning to life? Very open-ended question. But if you can't preserve your life, which means also preserving your freedom, you might never find that answer. So either way, that's all I got on that. I got to take a piss. We love you. We appreciate you. Check all the links, especially the first three. Those that help you fight for your God-given, inalienable, Constitution-protected, and reaffirmed, but inherent by birth gun rights. And you should probably try and have a hard head. Believe what you believe and don't be afraid to speak it. And also don't be afraid of the dark. You don't have to be.